So this morning we've come to Natural Bridge and we're going to go down into the cave and photograph the water coming over into the cave. We did it a couple of years ago, but we know more about photography now, so we want to get better shots of it and see what we can find.
The Natural Bridge is located in the northern part of Queensland and it's less than 1 hour drive from the Gold Coast. It's called the Natural Bridge because the force of the waterfall over the basalt cave has created this beautiful rock formation which looks like a bridge.
So this is it, this is the Natural Bridge in Springbrook National Park.
Sorry about that, guys. The audio in that cave was so bad I'm going to have to redo it here in the studio. Anyway, I'm down here at the Natural Bridge in Springbrook National Park. It's an incredible place. I'm currently shooting on the Sony A7R Mark III, which is my favourite camera, and I'm shooting on my favourite lens, which is the 16 to 35 GM lens. It's got a constant aperture of f2.8. It's very sharp and very fast. I absolutely love it. What I had to do in the cave to capture the full dynamic range of the scene was shoot a bunch of different exposures, or bracketing as it's known. Basically, because there were so many different light spectrums here, it's impossible to properly capture in one shot. You have the brightness of the forest outside contrasting with the darkness of the rocks inside the cave, and of course the light from the waterfall breaking through the hole in the ceiling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot a couple of different exposures using different shutter speeds. One slow one to capture the details in the rocks, another one to get the movement in the waterfall, and one properly exposed for the lush trees and shrubs outside the cave. I'm going to use an aperture of f11 to keep a great depth of field throughout the scene, and ISO 100 to keep the noise in the shadows to an absolute minimum so I don't mess with any details when I edit the image later. I'll use a shutter speed of between half a second and 1 second for the forest and waterfall, all the way up to 13 seconds for the inside of the cave. Then I'll bring all those photos together in Adobe Lightroom and merge them together to make one high dynamic range image. I think once we focus stack and blend all those exposures together, it's going to turn out to be really nice. We're going to get a very clean, very sharp image, especially shooting at ISO 100. There'll be no noise in there. It's going to be beautiful.
You're shooting at a location, there's usually different viewpoints if you're at an attraction, so go around to each viewpoint and try and get different angles of the attraction. So we've got nearly 4 shots now from different areas, and then when we get home we'll have a look at them and see which one is better and which one we like the most. Another photography tip is always carry a cloth in your pocket because you never know when you'll need it. You always get little marks on the lenses, and it's always important to clean them off because that will save you so much time in Lightroom or Photoshop. Did you get all your shots?
Actually, have you got a cloth I can borrow?
You have one in your pocket all the time.
Always.
Do you this time? Or is it in the van? Because I used it last night.
Hold on, there's one right here.
Oh.
Ah! Hope you enjoyed this video on waterfall photography tips. Remember, the best tip I can give you is just to get out there and keep practicing, keep shooting, grab a camera, go find some waterfalls and play around with different settings, different compositions, and try to find a style and technique that you like and that you really resonate with, because there are no hard and fast rules when it comes to photography, especially in long exposures. If you enjoy the video, leave a comment below. Let us know what other photography tips you'd like to find out more about, because I'm really thinking about bringing out more of these. Maybe I'll dive into astrophotography next, maybe do some blending tutorials or anything like that. So let us know in the comments. If you like the video, make sure you check out Alicia's other fantastic blog about all the incredible things you can do in Springbrook National Park. It's going to be here, one of those 2 little spots. Go check it out. It's amazing. Leave a thumbs up, a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'll keep bringing out videos every week. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you on the next adventure.